Welcome to Mario's Truth Tech Review. Subscribe to stay up to date for the latest insight on techs. Let's dive into today's review. Stay curious. This is the list of the top 5 selling Samsung A series and also the reason why I suggest these A-line are the phones that you go for when choosing to purchase a Samsung A series. Now, I'm not the type of person who suggests purchasing A-lines because they're inferior. Well, most of them are very inferior devices. However, if you have little to no money and you really need to get a device that is worth your time and the little money you save up, these are my suggestions. Again, I want to say, if you do choose to go out of your way and purchase a Samsung A series, which are budget smartphones, please do keep in mind that some or most of these smartphones comes with some type of drawback. Probably you get a smaller battery for a better camera, or probably you get a larger battery for a shitty camera. So don't expect getting everything good in one device. However, these 5 are the 5 that I would purchase and I would suggest anyone else purchase. So let's start off this countdown with my favorite, the Samsung A51. This smartphone has been Samsung's bestseller globally. It features a 6.5 Super Amoled display with a quad setup for its camera, which contains a 48 megapixel, 12 megapixel and two 5 megapixel cameras. A 32 megapixel front facing camera and a large 5000 milliamp power battery. And my second place has to go to the Samsung A52 device. This device features the same 6.5 Super AMOLED display with a 90 Hz refresh rate. A quad setup also, which contains 64 megapixel, a 24 megapixel and two 5 megapixel rear facing cameras. On the front you get a 32 megapixel camera. However, you do get a bigger battery in this one, which is 4500 milliamp hour battery. In third place will be the Samsung A21s. This smart device also comes with the same 6.5 Super AMOLED display. You also get a quad setup also, but with a less powerful set. Now the A21 contains a 48 megapixel, a 8 megapixel and two 2 megapixel rear facing camera, and on the front you get a 13 megapixel front facing camera and 5000 milliamp hour battery. So you do get a larger battery in the A21s. And now for number 4, which is actually my favorite out of the bunch. It's the A31. This is also a very good phone globally, and it has been getting a lot of good comments and review. So the Samsung A31 has a smaller display, which is a 6.4 inch Super AMOLED display, so you still get a very gorgeous display with deep blacks, vibrant colors and great color accuracy. You also get a quad setup on the rear, which is 48 megapixel, 8 megapixel and two 5 megapixel rear facing camera. On the front you get a 20 megapixel facing camera. So on the front you will be getting a larger or a better camera than the A21s. You also get the same size battery, which is 5000 milliamp hour battery. And last but not least is one of my friend's favorite, for some reason I don't know, which is the Samsung A12. This device comes with a 6.5 inches display. Also, it's not an AMOLED display, sadly. It's a step down from that. It's a LCD or PSL display. You do get a quad camera setup also, which contains a 48 megapixel, a 5 megapixel, and 2 megapixel rear facing camera. On the front is a 8 megapixel front facing camera, and you also get to keep a 5000 milliamp hour battery on the Samsung A12. Now, my advice, if you're going to purchase one of these devices, especially if it's for gaming, so we're talking to the gamers right now, if you do choose to purchase a gaming device, I would suggest purchasing the A51. This device can run Genshin Impact, one of the most graphic heavy games out there today in 2023, with a couple lags of course. But my advice is any phone that can handle a game like Genshin Impact can handle any game such as Call of Duty, PUBG, and Free Fire.